4, 3, 2, 1.
Studio Classroom is
Record.
Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom.
Please stand by.
A classroom. Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hey everyone, welcome to Studio Classroom on the air. This is the place to come when you want to have some fun. My name is Rebecca. Are you a big music fan? If so, you will definitely be interested in a music festival. But the music festival we're talking about today isn't any type of music festival. We are continuing our lesson from yesterday, which is called Rock am Ring and Rock im Park. Now, yesterday we learned that this festival is actually two festivals, two places, but one lineup. Let's learn more about this. So the question I have for you is, how do two festivals share one lineup? Open up your magazines to today's lesson and let's get started. Let's go.
Rock am Ring und Rock im Park. Rock at the ring and rock in the park. So, how do the two festivals share one lineup? Typically, bands will play one day at Rock am Ring and the next at Rock im Park, or vice versa. But great music is not the only reason people enjoy music festivals. Many concert goers will also camp in designated areas so that they don't have to leave whichever festival they're attending until it's over. In between shows, they can rest and enjoy the company of their friends and others who love the same music.
Hi everyone, welcome to Language Lab. 首先我们看的是 vice versa 这个副词。vice versa 本来是拉丁文，意思是反之亦然，也就是反过来也一样。例如 Tommy said his little brother started the fight and vice versa. Tommy 说是弟弟先动手打架的，而弟弟也说是哥哥先开始的。或者是 Hank had a big crush on a girl who used to live next door and vice versa even though he didn't know it.Hank 曾经很爱慕之前住在他家隔壁的女孩，只是他当时不知道对方其实也喜欢他。继续我们看的是 designate 这个动词 S-I-G-N 这个字根有标记的意思，所以 designate 是指指定、选定或者是委派。例如 The front row of the cinema is designated for the physically challenged. 这家戏院的前排位置是特别指定给身障者使用的。或者是 Rachel was designated by her boss to represent the company at the meeting. Rachel 被老板指派在会议中代表公司。它的名词是 designation, D-E-S-I-G-N-A-T-I-O-N, 是一个不可数名词，意思是正式职务。例如 After her promotion, Helen's designation will be vice president. Helen 升官之后，职务名称会是副总裁。
Well, Gabe, we get to continue talking about these two separate festivals.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. I know we're excited about this. So, here's a question our lesson starts out with. So, how do the two festivals share one lineup?
Oh, such a good question. I'm sure you were wondering the same thing, friends. So, we read here, typically bands will play one day at Rock am Ring and the next at Rock im Park, or vice versa. So, Rebecca and I were just talking before filming here in the studio. You were wondering if it was just going to be one night of music and then the next night people are just kind of chilling?
Just chilling.
Doing nothing?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, but after reading the lesson again, I think really probably what happens. One day at Rock am Ring, there's a lineup of musicians. At the same day, at Rockham Park, there's a lineup of musicians, and then they just switch days.
That's right. They just switch places, okay? That 400-kilometer commute to the other place. We read here, but great music is not the only reason people enjoy music festivals, and that is so true. There are so many other things to do at a festival if it's a true festival.
Exactly, and at festivals, there is usually a lot of festivities. And of course, this is a word that we would like to talk about, festivity. This just means that, well, often means there might be a party, meals, and other social activities where people celebrate an occasion. And people are really happy and joyful, and it's a fun time.
That's right. We would say it's a festive time, okay? Now, usually I use the word the with this word festivity, okay? And it becomes plural. So the festivities. I hope that you join the festivities when the event happens, right? Or perhaps you could ask somebody which part of the festivities was your favorite. Was it the music, or was it the food, or was it hanging out with your friends, or something else? There are so many things involved in the festivities.
Exactly. Moving on, many concert goers will also camp in designated areas so that they don't have to leave whichever festival they're attending until it's over. How convenient is that? So, if you enjoy camping and you enjoy festivals, well, guess what? You can do both at the same time at this festival.
That's right. It's pretty cool. Now, I know there are a lot of music festivals that go on around the world at different times of the year. I've been to one in America called Creation Fest, and it was about 5 or 6 days. And that's exactly what we did. Some of my friends and I, we stayed in a tent on the campgrounds, or in that place on a field, and just listened to bands and hung out with each other and ate, and it was a lot of fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun. I think in general, festivals can be fun, but sometimes they can be really tiring if you have to worry about parking and then you have to leave and you run into a bunch of crowds, right?
That's right. Oh, I remember one thing is that we had to bring our own shower stall.
Oh.
If we wanted to take a shower at all during those 5 days.
Oh,
They didn't
okay.
provide that for you. You had to bring, you can buy them. You just set up a stall and hopefully hook it to some water and take a shower. It's important to take a shower if you're somewhere for 5 days.
Oh, you bet it is. You don't want to go 5 days without taking a shower. But back to the festival in our lesson. We read in between shows, they, of course, that's referring to the attendees, can rest and enjoy the company of their friends and others who love the same music. Now, we want to start out by talking about this phrase, in between. When do you use this phrase? Well, this refers to the period of time that separates two different times or two different events.
And our lesson here says in between shows, people can rest and enjoy the company of friends. So speaking of rest, it made me think of my time at the gym. If you go to the gym or if you work out, your muscles need some time to recover in between gym sessions or in between each time that you work out. It's important for your muscles to rest.
Gabe, that's a really good example.
Thanks.
And great reminder, if you're working out, make sure that you rest in between your workout sessions. And right now is your rest session, Gabe.
Exactly. So I'm just going to rest right now. As we continue to look at something else in this sentence, in between shows, they can rest and enjoy the company of their friends and others who love the same music.
And we want to talk about that word, the company of. Now, this is just referring to the fact that you are with people, with one person or lots of people. You're enjoying someone else's company.
That's right. Now, we could say that. I enjoy your company. I don't need to say, I enjoy the company of you. However, if you want to use this phrase in this way, you could say, I don't need a big birthday party, just the company of a few friends.
That's right. Well, right now it's time for us to go enjoy the company of someone else.
That's right. If we're not sure what to say next, it's okay. Somebody has us covered in the Info Cloud.
and welcome to InfoCloud. Today we are going to talk about the benefits of working as a team. I enjoy working with Rex because I know that if I ever have a problem, Rex has me covered.
In English, we use the word cover as a verb to mean a lot of different things, from concealing to protecting to working for someone when they are absent.
And that's the benefit of being in a good team. Teammates can cover for each other, meaning that they can take care of each other.
But there are a lot of different ways that we use this expression that mean different things. If I tell someone that I have something covered, it's different from saying I'll cover for them.
There is a small difference between the two. If you have something covered, you mean that you are taking care of something.
But if you are covering for someone, that means that you are either doing their job while they are absent, or you are protecting them from something.
Either way, it's always good to have someone there to cover for you.
英文字 cover 有几种不同的意思，掩盖、保护，或是当别人不在的时候顶替他的工作。当你的同事说 I have you covered， 他是在说我来帮你照料或完成工作。比较口语的说法就是别担心，我罩你。你休假不在的时候，我会帮你搞定的。另外一种说法是 I'll cover for you， 不管做什么事情，团队合作比一个人单打独斗还要好，因为 your friends will have you covered， 你的朋友会照应你。另外，或许在战争片当中你曾经看过一句话经常出现，那就是 cover me。 当一位士兵要冲锋陷阵的时候，他会请后方的战友以火力掩护他，让他可以向前冲。这就是今天的 InfoCloud， 我们下次云端见。
Studio
Classroom is on the air.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Studio Classroom, where we're learning about a festival. Actually, it's 2 festivals in one, and you just might want to participate in the festivities. There are so many different things to do, include listening to music, enjoying one another's company, and even camping. Well, let's learn more about these festivals now.
Rock am Ring und Rock im Park. Rock at the ring and rock in the park. Part of the fun of preparing for a summer music festival is planning what to take. Some people keep it simple. Others go all out for an elaborate camping experience. But if you just want to show up and enjoy the music, Rock am Ring and Rock im Park have you covered. Both festivals sell camping spots that come with a tent, air mattress, and campsite set up beforehand. And both locations have everything you need, from food vendors to showers and even a supermarket. All so you don't have to miss a single note of the 3-day celebration.
OK， 接下来我们看 all out 这个成语。all out 是指竭尽全力地或者是全力以赴地当副词片语使用。例如 Although our football team lost the game, you can tell they went all out on the field. 虽然我们的足球队输了比赛，但是你可以看得出来他们在场上确实是全力以赴。all 和 out 中间如果加上连结号，就可以变成形容词。例如 Sean made an all-out effort on the math exam and got an A+. Sean 为了这次数学考试尽了最大的努力，而且得了一个 A+。 最后我们看 beforehand 这个副词 beforehand 是指事先或预先，例如 I knew Mark would be late for the party because he phoned me beforehand。 我知道 Mark 派对会迟到，因为他事前有打电话给我。 beforehand 和 before 的用法不一样， before 的后面必须加上确切的时间点或事件，而 beforehand 强调的只是事前。例如 We need to turn in our reports to the teacher before Wednesday。 我们周三前要交报告给老师。而如果是 beforehand 的用法是 This dentist doesn't take walk-in patients. You better make your appointment beforehand. 这位牙医不收现场挂号的病人，你最好要预先的预约。And now let's get back to our teachers.
Well, in this next section, we get to learn about something very interesting. Let's find out what it is. Part of the fun of preparing for a summer music festival is planning what to take. Some people keep it simple. Okay, we're going to stop there for just a moment because we want to talk about this phrase, to keep it simple. Now, this phrase has several different meanings. If you keep something simple, that means that it's easy to understand. It's not complicated. But in our lesson, when we talk about keeping something simple, that just means that people don't bring a lot.
That's right. But I've also heard teachers, for example, when I was in high school, some of my teachers would remind us as students to keep it simple. That is, when we were writing an essay or something else for English class or something, it's important to keep it simple and straight to the point. Okay, you don't want to write about a lot of things that have nothing to do with your main point. Friends, you should keep it simple.
That's right. Others go all out for an elaborate camping experience. So now that you know what keep it simple means, can you guess what to go all out means?
It's kind of the opposite, right? So Michelle was talking about going all out. That's doing all that you can and more, as much as you can, to make it a very interesting experience. Okay, we see the word here, an elaborate camping experience. Speaking of camping, Rebecca, do you prefer camping in a simple tent in the woods, or do you like to take an RV with all the electronics that go with it?
Let me tell you, Gabe.
Yeah?
I prefer to keep it simple and just take a tent and a sleeping bag and some food. I mean, who wants to go camping in an RV? Seriously. Would you rather go all out and sleep in an RV?
No, actually, but a lot of people do. But I'm more like you, Rebecca. I like keeping it simple. Friends, what about you? Talk about that in English. So we read on here, but if you just want to show up and enjoy the music, Rock am Ring and Rock im Park have you covered. So there's a couple of things we want to talk about from that sentence. First of all, what does it mean to show up?
I'm so glad you asked. Now, if you say that someone just showed up or someone shows up, this means that they appear at a place.
So, for example, if we both went to the same event, I got there first, and then I noticed that you're there. I might ask, hey, Rebecca, when did you show up?
And I might say, well, I've actually been here all along. You just didn't see me among all the people.
Or have you ever heard someone say, look who finally decided to show up? So a lot of people were expecting somebody to come to an event, and they finally came. Hey, look who finally showed up.
And usually we'll use that phrase if somebody is late. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Or what about the phrase to show up unannounced?
Oh, right. That's another good phrase. That just means that you show up, well, maybe you weren't really invited somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just show up.
You just show up. Okay, so someone might show up unannounced. So friends, this is a very useful phrase to know. Now, there's another one in here.
Gabe, I know which phrase you're talking about. It's to have you covered, right?
Yeah, thanks. You got me covered, Rebecca.
I have you covered, Gabe. And actually, this phrase, the InfoCloud talked about this phrase. And we just want to remind you of what this phrase means. If someone has you covered, this just means that they provide you with something to help meet your needs.
I usually use this phrase, or people often use this phrase when talking about the cost of something or money in some way. Oh no, I forgot my wallet.
Don't worry, I have you covered.
That's right. That means Rebecca is going to pay for my meal. Thank you, Rebecca.
But you'll pay me back.
Right. But it doesn't just have to do with money or cost. For example, if we go camping, right, I might say, oh no, I forgot my mosquito repellent. That's terrible. What am I going to do?
I have you covered. I brought extra.
Great. So there are many ways that you can use that phrase. So both festivals sell camping spots that come with a tent, air mattress, and campsite set up beforehand. Rebecca, this sounds super convenient. You don't even have to prepare anything.
Extremely convenient. They may even have places where you can take a shower.
Right.
And both locations have everything you need, from food vendors to showers and even a supermarket. All so you don't have to miss a single note of the 3-day celebration.
All right, so friends, whether you like music or hanging out with friends or other festivities, this might be the place for you to go if you ever visit Germany at this time of year. Well, right now it is time for us to review with
a review skit.
Good morning. Good morning. So the festival starts today. Who are you here to see?
Who am I here to see?
Which band?
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. I'm here to experience the festival and all the bands.
Oh, really? I'm here for just one band, the Food Fighters.
Huh? Food Fighters? I don't think I've ever heard of them.
You've never heard of them?
No. Are they good?
They are only the best rock band in the world, and I am their biggest fan.
Their biggest fan? Well, that's great.
You know, they'll play at both festivals, the one in the ring and the one in the park.
Oh, right. 2 festivals, 2 places, 1 lineup.
And I'm going to be at both places.
You're going to both locations to see the Food Fighters?
That's right.
No, that's crazy. The other venue is 400 kilometers away.
That's right. But wherever they go, I go. I've attended all of their concerts this season. Well, almost.
Really? All around the world?
That's right. Well, almost.
Oh, wow. Maybe you are their biggest fan.
So what brings you to the festival?
Well, I came because I love camping. Especially the breakfasts. Is that bacon I smell? Pancakes?
Are you even a rock music fan?
Well, sure. I love camping and rock music, so I put the 2 together, and here I am.
Here I am, ready to rock at the ring and rock in the park.
And here I am, ready for breakfast.
So, Gabe, we've spent 2 days talking about these 2 different festivals. What appeals to you most about these festivals?
Rebecca, you know, I could go anywhere to hang out with my friends.
Okay.
I could go anywhere to eat something delicious.
Okay.
It's the music.
Of course, that is what I thought. Well, friends, what appeals to you most about these 2 different festivals? Talk about that in English.
And we have more to learn next time. But next time we're going to be talking about movies right here on Studio Classroom.
A friend cares at all times. A friend endures at all times. A good friend lasts a lifetime. I am so proud to have you in my life. A good friend lasts a lifetime.